Welcome everyone to this video demo of Team Kill, a tense game of negotiation, suspense, and betrayal for 4 to 20-ish players. So this is a small party game. It's a print and play game, freely available on BoardGameGeek. So if you want to go and download it and check it out, you can. It's made by me, Eric Nilsson. It's got public domain art, so everything's free. And it's a small little mini type game for kind of big groups. It's got, as the box says, negotiation, bluffing, it's got player elimination, and well, I'm gonna just demo it to you here today. So before I continue, there's something I need to say about this. So this is actually the original prototype that I made for this game over a year ago. So if you go and download the PDFs now on BoardGameGeek, you'll notice that they look a little bit different. The box art has changed just a little bit, and the cards themselves, the artwork, I had to swap everything out for public domain artwork before I uploaded anything. But it doesn't really matter because in this game you won't really be looking at the components, and the components are really simple. So this is a card, this is a sample card. So it's super simple, just like a title and a value and a picture. And it doesn't really matter because you won't be looking at the cards, you'll be looking at the other players throughout the game. So anyway, so what is Team Kill? Well, let me tell you a little bit about the backstory here. The backstory is actually it's based on a Japanese movie called Battle Royale, and if you haven't seen the movie, that doesn't matter. When I tell people that it's based on a Japanese movie, they say, "Well, what kind of movie is that?" And most of the time, people compare that movie to Hunger Games. So if you've seen Hunger Games, it's the same thing. And basically, it's you got a bunch of people, and it's a fight to the death. And in this game, so what happens is, you're a bunch of school kids and you've been collecting money all year for a class trip to a tropical island, and you finally get on the boat to go out there, but you're all gassed, and you wake up and you're in a room with some anonymous men, and these men tell you that you now have to get out on this tropical island, this deserted island, and fight to the death. That's what you have to do, and they don't leave you with nothing though. You get one backpack with a random item within, so you get something to either sustain yourself or a weapon or something like that. Oh, and they tell you one more thing, that if you don't actively seek out and fight your classmates, they'll set off a nuke on the island, so everyone dies if you don't try and fight. So basically that's the story. There's only one winner, or actually there could be two winners in this game. I'll come back to that later. But it's basically one big group of players, and there's only going to be one winner. All right, so let me tell you, let me show you some components here. So it's pretty simple. It's only 36 cards in this game, so the box only has the cards and the rules. And you got 36 cards, and as I showed you before, they're pretty simple. And it turns out that these items that you get in your backpack, they vary wildly. So someone may get a army knife, and someone gets, a violin, very useful on a tropical island. So anyway, and as you can see, what else we got here? We got chainsaw, we got some nunchucks, we got a flamethrower. Oh, that's nice. We got a spear gun. What else? We got a crossbow. Now these cards, they range from the values on them range from, I think, -1 to 32 or something like that, and that's basically the attack value. So a crossbow obviously is going to be more powerful or whatever than a violin. So the violin's got a 7 and the crossbow has a 20. You got an axe. What else? A Walkman. Oh, that's nice. Can of beans if you get hungry, but not very useful if you want to kill someone. A ornate fan. It's kind of funny. So a bazooka. And now this is the thing about some of these cards, that the more powerful, and this is actually the most powerful card in the game, the more powerful cards, when you use them, you need to actually make a sound. So the cards are secret, but the more powerful cards will actually reveal part of your power. So, all right, so that's sort of the thing. And oh, there's a teddy bear here too, cute. Anyway, So everyone gets a card. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit, and I'm going to do a demo for us here so you kind of get a sense of the game. Now, at the start of the game, each player will get one card, and that represents the item in your backpack. So that's what you get started out with. And you keep that card secret, and then each player will take a turn. And on your turn, you can either pass, and passing is actually quite a good move in this game, but you can't pass too much because otherwise, if everyone passes in succession, they'll set off that nuke and everybody loses. So you can't pass too much. But if you don't want to pass, you can do a confrontation, and you can confront either a player to your left or to your right. And in a confrontation, that represents your willingness to either befriend or attack another player. And you do that by you simultaneously put forth your fist like this, and you count to 3 and either do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So thumbs up means let's form a team, you and I. Thumbs down means, well, you're dead. All right, so I'm going to try and demo this, and with me today I don't have my usual Team Kill pals, but I have Nikki the cat. She'll be sitting over there. And what else? I have Adam the, what's this? Is this a bear? Yeah, I think it's a bear. Adam the bear. He's over there. And we've got Craig the raccoon. Craig's gonna sit right here. And we've got Hobby the hedgehog, and Hobby is gonna sit over. Let's put him between Craig and Adam here. Here we go. And then we've got me. And so the box says what? Zoom in here. 4 to 20-ish players. Actually, you could play with up to 36 or something. But I would not recommend you play that many, and I would actually not recommend you to play 4 players either. You can, but it's kind of boring. So I've got it set up here for 5 players. So I'm counting these stuffed animals and me, myself. But I would recommend to play this with like 6, 7, 8 players, maybe up to 10, 12, or see how it goes. Usually you can play this game at the beginning of a party or something where you're trying to figure out what else to play, and you don't mind a little bit of player elimination. So anyway, well, let's see what happens here. So it's the start of the game. You're just going to use a few of these cards. Let's deal out 1 card to each player here. There you go, Nikki. Craig, you get 1. Hobby, there you go. Adam, there's your card. And I get, what am I getting here? Oh, perfect. This is going to really, this gives me the edge. All right. Anyway, so let's say it's Craig takes the first turn. You just randomize someone to start. And Craig looks at his card, and he looks at it and he sees, oh, he's got a can of beans. So that's not a very powerful card. So Craig, he's kind of worried here that someone's going to just flat blow him away at the start of the game. And that can happen. It's a silly game. You can die very quickly. It doesn't really matter, though, because it's over fast. But anyway, he's got a can of beans here. What's he going to do? So he's sitting between Hobby, the hedgehog, and Nikki, the cat. And, well, it all depends on, maybe Hobby is one of these players who'll just, blow you away. And maybe Nikki is more trustworthy here. Well, she looks kind of trustworthy. So what he'll do, he's going to turn to Nikki and says, hey, Nikki, how about you and I form up? Let's have a team. And Nikki, she's, she looks at her card. What she got here? Oh, she's got a shotgun. So she's got a pretty good card. A 28, and so this shotgun says when you reveal this, say bang. Now that doesn't matter if she forms a team up with Craig here, but it will matter whenever she's in a fight, she'll have to say bang, and then the other players will know that she has a pretty good card. Not as good as kaboom or rat-a-tat-a-tat, but a pretty good card, still bang. All right, so Nikki, well, she is well, she could do a thumbs up now. Or she could do a thumbs down. And thumbs up, if they both do thumbs up, they'll form a new team, and their cards will actually be combined, summed up, if they confront other players. So that's the good thing about forming a new team. She could do a thumbs down and just try and flat out kill Craig. And of course, Craig is thinking the same thing here, but he doesn't have a very powerful card, so thumbs down, trying to kill Nikki here might not work. Of course, he doesn't know what she's holding, but he knows himself. He knows that he's got the 8, so there's only 7 cards or so that's worse than his. So anyway, let's say that they're thinking about this. They're talking about it a little bit. I'm trying to put the camera down here, and let's make this confrontation. And let's say that they're doing this, all right, and they're going to count to 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so Craig wanted to team up, and Nikki just decided to flat out kill him. And this is interesting because in this particular instance, actually, what happens is that they don't even compare cards here. Nikki just flats out kills him, and he's out of the game. So goodbye, Craig. And Nikki just got his card. So that just represents him. There wasn't even a fight. Just Nikki just came out in the dark of night and just killed him in his sleep or something like that. So that's a team kill. So Nikki actually got his card here. So it doesn't help her that much. So now she's got a shotgun and a can of bean. Now notice that she didn't have to use her card for this kind of kill. So she didn't have to say bang. And she's got the can of beans, which actually will give her a +1 bonus. So every additional card, not the one that you're using in the fight, will give you a +1 bonus. But she didn't have to use it. She just flat out team killed him there. So she's kind of a, backstabber, Nikki. But that's all right. All right. So he's out. Craig's out. And then it's Hobby's turn. So Hobby's sitting here and he's thinking, oh, well, what am I going to do? He's got a tire iron. That's okay. So he's thinking, well, this isn't that good. Now Nikki has 2 cards, and she just betrayed Craig. So he doesn't feel like it's worth trying to team up with her. So he turns to Adam and says, well, Nikki, she seems to be a traitorous, piece of something. How about you and I team up, Adam? And Adam, well, he looks at his card and he's thinking, well, he tells Hobby here that, well, I've got a very powerful card. I don't know if I need a teammate. Well, we could probably do well if we team up, Hobby says. Well, all right, says Adam. Let's team up. And, so they both do this thing. Let's see, I'll put the camera down. 1, 2, 3. So this means that they're now in a team together. Perfect. So what they can do actually at this point of the game is that they can compare cards, they can look at each other's cards, and actually they can trade cards if they've gathered multiple cards over the game. But they're now one team. So they're sitting there together and they're actually going to act as one team throughout the game. Now you can split up from your team at any time, but if someone confronts them, they'll be summing their cards together in a fight. And if they want to team up with someone else, they both have to do a thumbs up in order for that to work. So that was Hobby's turn. Now it's Adam's turn. Now Adam can't make a confrontation with Hobby because they're in the same team, but he can make a confrontation with me. So he's looking at his options here. Now he knows that they've got a tire iron and they've got the Walkman. So their sum here is what? 13 plus 6 is 19. So they're all right, but still if I'm holding an automatic or a handgun or something, I could just flat out kill them, both of them. So he's not really sure what to do at this point. So he's just going to pass. Adam's just going to pass. All right, so it's back to me, and I've got this wonderful card. So I'm not really sure what to do here. We got a 2-player team over there, and then Nikki's by herself, and then it's me, and I don't have a really good card here. So, how about it, Nikki? What do you think? Should we try and team up? I mean, they're a team, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're going to have something more powerful than maybe either of us have. So, what do you think? Should we team up? Yeah, let's team up. Let's do this. All right. You ready, Nikki? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I killed her off. Nikki's gone, and I got her cards, and I'm looking at her cards, and I'm thinking, well, this is pretty good, but still not great. Now, remember, I get additional 1+ for each additional card that I'm holding. So I'm going to have, in a fight, I'm going to have 28 plus 2 cards, so I'm gonna have 30 in a fight, and that's, you know, that's all right. That's not probably not the best. Now I don't know at this part of the game that I'm actually holding the best card, and actually I could just kill these guys, but I don't know that. I don't know what they're holding. They're holding a tire iron and a Walkman, and they're up to just 19, and I could just blow them away and win the game at this point. But I don't know that. I probably think that they have like 15 or 16 or something, and that could win over me. So anyway, but I'm done. My turn's done. I just betrayed Nikki, so she's gone, and it's back to Hobby. And Hobby, well, he knows that they don't have a great score. They have 19 over here, and he's thinking, well, at this point of the game, what do I need to do to win this? Well, he's thinking, well, Eric is probably sitting there with the best card, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. So Hobby turns to me and he says, Eric, we really need to team up now, because Adam has a great card. Adam has a great card, and he's just gonna kill us if we don't kill him now. Really? Are you telling the truth? Hobby, are you lying to me? I look deep into Hobby's eyes here, and I see that he's telling the truth. So Hobby, he just announces, and he can do this at any time. It just happens to be his turn, but he can do it at any time. And he says, I'm just going to split up from Adam here. Okay. So I've split up. Do you want to team up with me now, Eric? Hobby says, yeah, sure. Let's team up. All right, let's do that. Okay. So let's form one powerful team. 1, 2, 3. So actually, Hobby just killed me. He got these great cards. I just thought that, well, this was the perfect, opportunity to get rid of Adam and his great card, not knowing that I was sitting here with the best card in my hand. And now I'm dead. Now I need to just, give those to Hobby. So I'm gone. I'm dead. So now it's a show off between these two lone fighters here. They're going to face each other, and Hobby, he's got all the good cards now, and he even knows what Adam's sitting over here with. So anyway, so it's whose turn is it? It's actually Adam's turn. So Adam is, well, he's pretty much out. He passes, and then on the last turn, Adam will just flat out kill him. So actually, that's going to be our first real confrontation, or first real fight in the game. We just had team kills so far. But anyway, so what happens then is they both do a thumbs down, and Hobby is gonna show the shotgun, and they don't show that if there are other players in the game. They just show these cards among themselves. But he's gonna show the shotgun and say bang, and he gets another 3 here, so he's got 31. And Adam's gonna show his worthless Walkman. What are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna try to like strangle someone with the cord or something? Whatever. He's got a 6. He's dead. Bye. All right. So that's the game. It's kind of silly, fast type of game. Now, there are some cards here that I didn't show you. I actually took them out of the demo because I didn't want them to complicate things here at the beginning. I can bring them up here. There's just, let's see here. There's one card which is a bomb, and so what the bomb does, it kills everyone in that confrontation. So if you've got several players fighting each other, then everyone's dead. Oh, and I should mention that when you form bigger teams, there's different outcomes or possibilities that maybe one player will do a thumbs down while the other makes a thumbs up, and they're in the same team. Well, then only the player with the thumbs down will actually contribute to the fight. The player with the thumbs up, he's just sitting there hoping for the best. And that means that in some situations we've had, when we played this with a lot of people, we've had maybe like a team of 4 or 5 players, and they're forming up this huge team because maybe they're trying to counter like a big weapon somewhere else. Maybe someone's sitting on a bazooka, and everyone is going, we need to form a big team to counter this guy, and they're forming this huge team with 5 or 6 players, and then when they want to take in another player, that player just suddenly decides to kill them all, and everyone is doing thumbs up, and that player's doing thumbs down. That can wipe out an entire team like 5 or 6 players, and that player just collects all of their cards. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, so the bomb can kill everyone. Now this card itself is pretty, worthless for that player, but it's interesting because it lets players threaten and say that you don't want to confront me because I have the bomb and that'll kill you. So people usually lie and say that they have this card. And lying is a big part of the game. You can say whatever you want in this game, and actually the sounds, you can actually make that bang sound when you reveal your card without having a card that tells you to make a bang. But if it says that you have to do a bang, you have to say bang. But you could do it the other way around if you want to. What else? We've got a Swiss Army knife. That's actually just these 2 cards. If they would ever face each other in a fight, they can instead choose to make a team. That rarely happens, but it's just a little special thing. We've got a bear trap, which is pretty good. It's 23, but you can't actively kill someone. They have to come to you. You have the scream mask, which you can make a confrontation end in a draw. And draws are something, we didn't see that during our demo here, but actually in some situations you can have 2 players fighting, or 2 teams of players fighting each other, and the outcome is actually a draw that they end at the exact same score. So anyway, the scream mask is kind of useful to just, scare people away, but it doesn't work in the end. And we got the money, or the $10,000, double dollars or whatever. And it works in a way that at the end of the game, 2 players can actually win if one of them is holding this card. So that's the game. And as I said, it's freely available on Board Game Geek. So go check it out. Bring it out at your next party or whatever. It doesn't take very long to play, and it's very easy. And it's always a great blast. It's fun when 2 people they're trying to figure each other out, and they're looking at each other, and they're both going like, let's team up. You and me will be a good team. And they're really trying to convince each other, but then at the last moment, one of them goes, with the thumbs down and kills the other person off. Always fun, and get a lot of laughs out of that. So anyway, hope you have a good time with it, and that's everything for now. If you have any questions, just please post them in the forums. I'll be happy to answer them. So bye-bye.